If you didn't know before, Raid Shadow Legends is quite an evil game in general. But one thing that is important, that you know what the rules are and you play accordingly. And with that you can even be successful as free to play, assuming that you know when to give up. In this video we'll talk about fusions and what the trap behind a fusion is. That's the iceberg principle, that you see a big iceberg but you don't see the iceberg itself, just the tiny little top of it. And the idea is that the tiny little top is the fusion, and everything in beneath is what else you need to do to get that champion competitive. Now, I'm done with the fusion. Here is Taulin Falbert. It's an okay-ish champion, quite good. You see I've already ascended him like a few times, plus I have the 1-star soul. Amazing, we have this extra whatever, fine. But then in order to make Taulin usable, it might be useful to grab the 5-star soul. The consolidation price is the 3-star soul obviously, but if you can afford to get the 5-star soul, even better. So the 3-star soul is easily reachable. You see that I have right now 330 points out of 1500. You can reach 1800 points in total. To get 1500 points out of 1800, it's basically doing a second fusion but a bit harder. So if you just had resources for the first fusion, had no resources for the second, well, this is like a second fusion, and you need to go on to win all these rewards, then you're up for a rude awakening. I can skip up to 300 points, and that's when I realized that there is a high likelihood that I cannot skip the spider tournament, because the spider tournament is the worst of all so far. But if I skip it, then I might be presented with a summon rush or champion chase in the future that I simply won't be able to take because of resources. Now you see that I'm on a good track to get the 1750 points. So it's like on track, more than on track. But the problem is that you can only use demon spawn champions. So for some of you, you need to drop all the way down to like spiders then 3 or 5. Just think about that. It's crazy, isn't it? And then it won't cost you 2000 energy. It may cost you 3000. You never know. It may cost you 3500, 4000. But this is still better than doing anything else, because while you do the spiders then, at the same time, there is also a dungeon divers. So you're basically scoring double. Plus you need these shards because there is also summon rush. So you see that with all these, you need to rake in the points, otherwise if you don't, then you won't even get the 3-star soul. And let's see what else is at stake. Summon rush, it got started already. And with summon rush, fine, we're gonna get some energy, that's something I really like. But somehow we need to get 1750 points in. And I've used up all my mystery shards, so I cannot even do mystery shard magic, let alone all the other shards. So after recovering from last week's event, now we have summon rush again, and we need to like score quite a lot. And this is when I'm saying that there is absolutely no way I'm gonna get the 3500. So I might as well just grab the 80 points and skip the 120. And I'll be able to skip another 180 later, most likely a summon rush or champion chase. Rather summon rush. So this is how I was thinking. Let's say summon rush, what are the scores? Swipe down. And by the way, 3.5k is the maximum, everything else is just added bonus. So 500, 200, 120, 21. Given that every 30 days you get 1 shards each from Sacred and Primal, you get some Void shards and the rest is Ancient shards. And at the moment, so that you see this is a must do, here is my champions list. So it's like 500, 700, plus 480. So it's 1180 and 1400 in total. I have 1400 points and I need 350 more. That's basically it. I will just pull the chart so that you see what is going on. So in this case you can find some of the champions that you could wish for a boosting. You know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this based on utility. So even if the champion itself is not the best, let's see what is Prince Kaimar. I might have to do it because if there are more missions with Demon Spawn, I need to get better at Demon Spawn. It's a 4.5 star champion. How is it doing in Spider? I don't know. 5 star. So it's doing well, it seems. You see, here is the idea. Just go back to 100%. So it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna get this champion. I need a Demon Spawn. And here as well, if I have anyone really that is useful, it really doesn't matter at the moment. Lizardmen are a bit falling back, so I will add Dela Aja. Let's see the score, because it's not evident. 3.5 stars. What's about the others? Eshma. I'm using the Hell Hades side, by the way. You know, you need to make your choice at times. So, Eshma is the next one. 3 stars. It's fine. And who is the third one? What's your name? Steel Skull. Doesn't look promising. That's the unit. What are your stars? 3 stars. Okay, it doesn't really matter, but I really want a Lizardman out of these if you don't have Demon Spawn. So I will use this and confirm. This is gonna be my selection overall. Let's summon once. And we got someone from Demon Spawn. That's good. That's really good. Even if the unit itself is not that interesting, because I'm lacking good Demon Spawn units. Although to train him, it may take a while. By the way, good unit, even better than whichever we could choose. Except that for Spider, well, 4 stars, okay, almost as good. But, you know, we need these epics. Let's put it this way. So that's one of the champions. We're gonna do the same thing here. So I select the same champions, confirm, 15 times chance, and summon once. Same epic. And we got Kunoichi. So it's not Lunoichi, it's Kunoichi. Let me search for it. Here is the champion, same 3.5 star, no immediate use, but given that I have Ishiyama, not a bad teammate. Now Void, this is a bit different at the moment, so we'll need to see who is available where. So Supreme Kale, I guess he's good, but we'll see. Because, you know, you have 3 Kales. One is Dark Kale, and the other one is Supreme Kale. It's a Void champion, 4.5 stars, really good. So this is gonna be my choice, most likely, unless we have someone good, like Venus. And yeah, so I will choose Supreme Kale. And here we have Akamtum already. So I will just pick the other one. Although a duplicate is not bad, I will still pick the other one. Confirm, and I have 4 options. And this is a must-do for the soul, and this means that I will have to skip the next fusion. At least most likely. I just got 4 units. Some of them look like as if they came from Doom. Amazing. And that's the 4th one. Now, the last thing is this part. I'll do the same in terms of selection, and we have 11 to pull. But before that, given that I'm out of silver, I will rather go and move some of the units to the vault, these lower level units. I will need to train champions, by the way, quite soon, so that's something that is gonna save a couple of spots. You know what, I just move some of these. After all, we don't need a lot of positions. And I'll finish a summon rush with champion training as well. So 2 reserve vault, amazing. And then the last thing I have to do is get these 10 summons. After all, it's summon rush. We have a purple and another purple. Okay. And we need one more. And then I'll complete the rest and I'll get the 1700 points. So here is Summon Rush. We're gonna get the energy a bit later. And the gems are like really helpful. And I just need 350 more points. It's gonna be doable. If I wanted to do it right now, the cost is, well, 1000 something gems. And as I said, it's really unlikely that I would reach 3500 points. That would be a long run, or a long shot, like a really long shot. It's not impossible because it would imply 1700 something mystery shards. And well, it's doable, but it's really hard and it would take a lot of gems. One way to convert gems into shards is the gem shop. 900 gems equals 11 ancient shards. 11 ancient shards equals 220 points. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough because I need like 6000 gems or so worth of shards. That's the tough part. And now we can see what kind of progress we've made. This is the only progress, so we're getting closer to the 600. So this is just a small increment of 20 points. But the next one is gonna be 60 points. And I think I'm gonna go all the way up to like 800 something points quite soon. Which implies another void shard. So eventually the summon rush is gonna work in a way that we're gonna reach this void shard. And whether I'm gonna use the void shard or not for 120 points, that's another question. I don't know it yet. Maybe I'll hoard it for later, because if I stop at 1700, I can solve the rest from like 300 something mystery shards. But you see, we're very much on the edge. And I've depleted my shards again. This is why we need to do the whole thing strategically so that I get stronger and I earn more shards. Because that's also difficult. Maybe I'll do another video a bit later on how to earn shards effectively. Because shards are one bottleneck, but the game tested my other bottleneck, which is the demon spawn team. I mean, if you want to see my spider team at the moment, it's a 4 spider team, by the way, whichever like where the dip is, like 20 for example. This is my spider team. It's like really, really horrible. I'm training the champions as we speak. I ranked them up not too long ago. And with this spider team, we cannot do much. I can do stage 7 basically. And that's how I collected all the points. Stage 7 or stage 5, depending on the time versus effectiveness in terms of energy. So that's why it's gonna be tough, and I don't even know if I'm gonna complete all the 1500 points. At the moment, I don't know. I think I will, but Raid can throw some extra curveballs. One thing is sure, I'm not gonna lose the free-to-play status, at least in here. So this means that if I lose, then you'll see a documented reasoning of how raid basically screws its player base over, to just fail before the finish line. We will see if a not too perfect planning, a rough patch, is gonna make this account successful or not gonna make this account successful. But what I know is that here with Taolin, I will need these 5-star soul. That's something that is quite clear, and I play accordingly. Write it in the comments if you have other opinions about Taolin, whether it's worth the effort or not worth the effort. I will go for it, and unless the next fusion is excellent, I will just skip the next fusion.